Greetings hobbyists, this is Artisans of Vaul. And depending on what you do with Blender, it might be about to get a whole lot more expensive. Right, I don't want to turn this into a long drawn out thing, so here is the email that I've just been sent. Now, I'm not sure if this is because I'm an affiliate on Superhive, so this is a Superhive thing more than a Blender specific thing, but I'm not sure how out there in the community this information is at this point, and I'm kind of surprised this hasn't been mentioned more, but there's nothing in here saying that this is confidential, so there should be nothing wrong with me sharing this with you. So this comes directly from Superhive, formerly Blender Market, and in short it is explaining that they are making a major change to the way Superhive works. And they've got this big and clear and in purple. In short, we will be implementing a 1-year limit on support and updates for all Superhive products. Effectively, if you buy a product from Superhive and add on for Blender, you will only have 1 year of support and updates, and then you will need to rebuy that product. Now there's some caveats to this, so please don't start writing comments in the comment section straight away or throwing out emails to Superhive. I would suggest you listen to the rest of this. I'm going to talk about things pretty rapidly and then I'm going to give you my thoughts on this just as something to end with. Now it does have a bit about the Blender creator economy is breaking. I will talk about that later, and talking about why there's an issue with the way Blender add-ons work for creators. I will discuss that later, but I don't think it's the bits that you are most interested in right this second. I think the bit that you're probably most interested in is firstly that this is currently on track for launch from the 12th of May, at the end of their spring sale. Now the reason that I think this is important that I cover this now as quickly as I can is this may influence what you want to purchase in the spring sale, either meaning that you're going to be purchasing quite a lot less add-ons, or maybe that you're going to be purchasing quite a few more. I'll come to that as quickly as I can. Now this also includes a few bits for creators, but I don't think that's the bit that you're really going to be interested in. I think that is here. So this gives an overview of what this is going to include, and this says very clearly that a support period included with every product on Superhive grants the customer the following: access to product updates for 12 months, and access to product support from its creator for 12 months. Now how this works. When a customer purchases a product, the 12-month support period begins. When the support period ends, the customers will not receive any future product updates, which means you're stuck with the old version of that add-on unless you want to repurchase it, but you can repurchase it for up to the next year, 12 months, and when you repurchase it, whatever you buy is going to be at a 50% discount. Now that makes some add-ons still pretty expensive to repurchase, let's be clear about this. And then when a customer repurchases a product, you now get a new 12-month support period beginning, and you can also choose to repurchase a product at a 50% discount anytime before the support period ends. Doing so will add another 12 months to their active support period. I'm assuming that is on the end of where you've currently got it. So if you bought this with 3 months to go, you end up with 15 months. Now, why would you want to do that? Well, because if there's a sale on, that's probably a really good time to do this repurchase, because then you'll be getting a 50% discount, in theory, I would guess, on top of the 25% discount for the sale. Notice it doesn't say that specifically here, I'm assuming that. So, what does this look like? So, in your view, you're going to have something which says that this includes 12 months support, but whenever you purchase this, you're going to be able to see how long you've got. So you'll notice it says here, let's see if I can make this bigger, you've got 10 months remaining of this product. Now, I don't use AutoRig Pro, they're just using this as an example, but it does tell you quite clearly how long you've got for this support period left. So they've just got some more images of this and talking about how this will also appear on your order page and what you can see for this. Now, this is important, so I want you to be very aware of this. Any purchases you've had and any files you've gained over the time where you've had support will always be there. So say, for example, you buy an add-on and then you stop using Blender for 1.5 years, and then you come back on a new computer that you've just bought, you can still download the previous files you had access to, but you won't have any of the newer ones, so you might have to use an older version of Blender. And to be clear, that means that if you stick with older versions of Blender, you can just keep using that forever. But let's be honest, I don't think anyone is actually really likely to do that, so the statement that this gives you any freedom to do that feels a little bit nonsensical, as was shown by this comment, which I think summarises my thoughts on when people say this isn't a subscription pretty well. If you want to carry on using this in the new version of Blender, you need to keep buying it. For me, that is a subscription. You can go and get a dictionary and tell me that it's not as much as you want, but in my head, it is, Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments section, and if you think I'm wrong, fine. Now for creators, it's got a little bit here, but I don't think that's particularly relevant to you for most people, but this rollout bit is important, really important. So, to ease the existing customers into this, we're implementing a one-time grace period on previous purchases. So on purchases made prior to the support period launch date, which is the 12th of May, your support period is effectively 2 years instead of 1. Now this is a bit complicated because I would quite like them to tell people this before May the 12th, so that if you have an add-on already, you can go away and purchase that support period for 2 years in the spring sale. That would seem like a nice thing to do, but I can't see any sign of that happening at the moment. But effectively, from whenever you purchase something prior to May the 12th, you have 2 years. So for example, if you purchased a product 3 months ago, you now have 21 months left of the support period and getting add-ons and updates. So I just realised they only say support here. I'm assuming by support they do mean updates, otherwise this is effectively worthless. If you purchased it 11 months ago, you have 13 months left. 23 months ago, you only have 1 month. And if you purchased any add-ons more than 24 months ago, when it comes around to May the 12th, you're going to have to repurchase that add-on for 50% of the price for it to keep working in any new versions of Blender, or for you to get the updates. Let's be clear about that. It might still work in new versions of Blender. I can't guarantee that it will automatically stop working. It depends how big the changes in Blender are. Now to be clear what this looks like, if I check out my add-on purchases that are over 2 years old, okay, I've been using Blender for a while, and I like using lots of add-ons, I don't put anything in the channel that I don't think I'd really use myself. This means that come May the 12th, I'm going to have to pay $110 to keep using those add-ons, because I've got $220 worth of purchases. Except for, it's probably going to be more like $150 to $160, because many of those were purchased in sales, and most of them have gone up in price. So $160 for me to keep using Blender the way I like using it. And after this period is over, each year for all of the add-ons that I use, there's a link in the description of all the add-ons that I use, I'm going to be looking at about $190 every single year. So feel free to share what this looks like for you, but this just isn't sustainable for me. So I'm going to be having to make less purchases of add-ons in the future and probably cutting down on some of the add-ons that I use. Not exactly the Blender experience people are going to really want and are going to advertise and get people interested in using Blender as a program. Now, before I do the next part, which is giving my opinion on this, I need to be really upfront with some context of who I am, in case you haven't watched the channel before, and so that I can be seen to be relatively unbiased. Let's be clear, everyone's biased, I'm just trying to be upfront about it. So obviously, you're watching this on YouTube, I have a YouTube channel where I go through Blender content. I cover examples of how to design things, but also how to use different add-ons. And at the bottom of all my videos, I have a list of add-ons that I recommend because I use them regularly, and some of those have affiliate links, and some of them don't, and they're free. So if people are going to have to keep purchasing things each year, and they continue to use my affiliate links, I think it needs to be said that I'm set to make quite a bit of money potentially off of this, because instead of purchasing the add-ons that I recommend once, people are going to need to purchase them multiple times. Again, assuming that they use my affiliate links. Now, despite that, I think this change is absolutely awful. Like, really bad. I think this is benefiting relatively few people at the expense of the vast majority of people. I think if you're a Blender user, this is negative. I think if you're a small add-on creator, this is massively negative for you. Probably even moderate-sized add-on creators this is going to cause issues for, and the only people that are really going to benefit from this are the really large add-on creators and Superhive. Now, I'm not going to go into explaining all of the details of why. I mean, if people want me to, I can in a separate video. But at this point, this video is long enough. I've given you the gist of everything that's going on as far as I understand it, and I've given you my opinion. But the big thing here is making sure you know what changes are coming and what this could mean for you. I'm really sorry on a Friday that I can't be a bearer of better news. I appreciate that this video probably isn't going to get many likes, if any, because, well, you kind of end up shooting the messenger when bad news comes your way. But hopefully this has been useful for you to know, so that you can plan out what you're doing over the next month and potentially work out how you're going to foot what could be quite a chunky bill if you want to keep using Blender the way that you currently do. I do hope I see you in the next video, but I can't really end on my standard "I hope you have a great day," because I don't think this is going to be what most people want to hear. Sorry guys.